What if the oldest messages from humanity weren't written on paper, but carved into the earth itself? From giant figures only visible from the sky, to underwater ruins that shouldn't exist, to cities hidden beneath mountains, our planet is covered in silent signals left by civilizations we barely understand. These aren't just ruins, they're mysteries wrapped in stone, soil, and shadow. And many of them challenge everything we think we know about history, technology, and even human potential. So who built them? Why? And what are they trying to tell us? Let's uncover the stories behind the world's most enigmatic marks on the land, and the secrets they've guarded for thousands of years. But before we go, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me bring you more deep dives like this one. Let's keep uncovering the unknown together. Imagine standing on a hill in southern England over 3,000 years ago, carving a 110-meter-long horse into the chalky earth, not for anyone below to see, but for eyes in the sky. That's the Uffington White Horse, a ghostly silhouette that's baffled historians for centuries. Was it a tribal emblem, a sacred offering, or a celestial map hidden in plain sight? Its clean, flowing lines feel almost modern, yet they predate the Roman Empire. This isn't just art, it's one of humanity's earliest enigmas etched into the land. Now fly halfway across the globe to Chile's Atacama Desert, the driest place on Earth, where a 100-meter humanoid figure stares blankly at the stars. Known as the Atacama Giant, its oval eyes and outstretched arms align with lunar cycles, possibly serving as an ancient astronomical calendar. Nearby, indigenous Tiwanaku symbols hint at rituals lost to time. These aren't random doodles, they're part of a silent language written in rock and dust. And like so many geoglyphs, they beg the question, how did people without satellites know exactly where to place every line? Then there's the desert of California, where the Blythe intaglios sprawl across the earth, giant humans, coiled serpents, and bighorn sheep scraped into the soil by Native American hands over 1,000 years ago. Some believe they marked sacred paths for the dead, others say they summoned rain in a barren land. Contrast that with modern crop circles, those intricate overnight patterns in wheat fields that sometimes show microscopic plant bends no human tool can replicate. Whether ancient or recent, these ground drawings form a global thread of mysteries, stories whispered not in words, but in geometry, scale, and silence. Beneath the turquoise waves of the Bahamas lies a formation that sparked feverish debate since 1968, the Bimini Road. Stretching nearly half a mile, it's a near-perfect line of massive limestone blocks. So geometrically aligned, they look like a sunken street. Mainstream geologists call it beach rock, fractured by natural forces. But others see something far more deliberate, a remnant of Atlantis, the legendary lost civilization Plato described over 2,000 years ago. Whether myth or memory, the Bimini Road taps into one of humanity's oldest stories, that entire worlds can vanish beneath the sea and leave only whispers behind. Now travel 8,000 miles west to the stormy waters off Okinawa, Japan, where divers discovered something even more astonishing. The Yonaguni Monument is a sprawling underwater complex. Terraces, staircases, right angles, and what appear to be carved altars, all sitting 90 feet below the surface. Estimated to be at least 10,000 years old, it predates Stonehenge by millennia. Geologist Masaki Kimura insists it's man-made. Skeptics say it's just sandstone shaped by currents. But how do you explain a 27-foot-long turtle carving, or a stone tablet with symmetrical grooves? This isn't just a rock. It's a submerged enigma that could rewrite the timeline of human civilization. What makes these underwater sites so haunting isn't just their structure, it's their silence. They rest in darkness, untouched for thousands of years, while above them, empires rose and fell, languages evolved, and satellites began mapping the ocean floor. Yet neither Bimini nor Yonaguni fits neatly into our historical models. Were they ports of a forgotten coastal culture, temples to drowned gods, or proof that advanced societies existed long before we thought possible? These aren't just sunken stones, they're echoes from a time when the world looked nothing like it does today, and the ocean kept its secrets well. Long before the pyramids, before writing, even before pottery, humans gathered on a hill in southeastern Turkey and built something that shouldn't exist. Göbekli Tepe is a temple complex made of T-shaped pillars, some weighing over 10 tons, carved with intricate reliefs of lions, snakes, and scorpions. Carbon dating places it at 9600 BCE, over 11,000 years ago. That's 6,000 years before Stonehenge and 7,000 before the first cities. But here's the twist. Hunter-gatherers built it. No wheels, no metal tools, no agriculture. Just vision, coordination, and a reason so powerful, they reshaped the earth itself. This isn't just a ruin. It's a mystery that flips human history upside down. Now journey to the Andes, where the fortress of Sacsayhuaman looms above Cusco like a dragon made of stone. Its walls are built from boulders weighing up to 300 tons, each cut so precisely, not even a blade of grass can slip between them. The Inca claimed they didn't build it. They inherited it from giants who came before. Modern engineers still struggle to explain how these megaliths were moved, let alone shaped with such laser-like accuracy. Was it advanced lost technology, acoustic levitation, or simply knowledge we've forgotten? Whatever the truth, Sacsayhuaman stands as a silent testament to a story older than empire, one written in granite and defiance. And then, of course, there's the Great Pyramid of Giza, the last surviving wonder of the ancient world. For centuries, we were told slaves dragged limestone blocks using ramps and ropes, but new discoveries tell a different tale. The pyramid aligns almost perfectly with true north. Its base matches the curvature of the earth, and its dimensions encode mathematical constants like P and F. Even more bizarre, its interior temperature stays constant year-round at 20 degrees, 68 degrees, a feat modern architects envy. Whether it was a tomb, an energy device, or a message to the stars, the Great Pyramid remains the ultimate enigma, a monument so precise, so massive, so mysterious, that after 4,500 years, we're still trying to decode its purpose. Deep beneath the volcanic soil of Cappadocia, Turkey, lies a secret that could shelter an entire city, because it once did. Derinkuyu is an underground metropolis carved over 18 levels deep, complete with stables, chapels, wine presses, ventilation shafts, and rolling stone doors that could seal off entire sections like a medieval airlock. It could house up to 20,000 people and connect to other underground cities via tunnels stretching for miles. But who built it? And why go to such extremes? Some say early Christians fleeing persecution. Others point to even older civilizations mentioned in Persian texts. Whatever the truth, Derinkuyu isn't just a bunker. It's a story of survival written in rock, silence, and shadow. Then there's the Mesquitia rainforest in Honduras, a place so dense and dangerous, it was called the Fortress of the Monkey God. For centuries, explorers whispered about a lost city hidden within, filled with plazas, pyramids, and artifacts glinting under moss and vines. In 2015, LIDAR scans confirmed it, an entire pre-Columbian settlement, untouched for 500 years. Locals call it La Ciudad Blanca, the White City. Yet no one knows who lived there, what language they spoke, or why they vanished. Was it disease, war, or something deeper? A civilization that chose to disappear? This jungle enigma reminds us that even in the 21st century, Earth still guards secrets in its greenest, wildest corners. And what about Machu Picchu, the crown jewel of the Inca Empire perched high in the Andes? We've all seen the postcards, but here's what most don't know. We still aren't sure why it was built. Was it a royal retreat for Emperor Pachacuti? A celestial observatory? A sacred pilgrimage site aligned with solstices and mountain spirits? Strangely, no human remains suggest mass habitation, and its location, accessible only by treacherous paths, defies practical logic. Even more puzzling, the Incas left no written records explaining it. So Machu Picchu remains suspended between history and myth, a breathtaking mystery wrapped in clouds where every stone seems to ask a question, but gives no answer. In 1901, sponge divers off the coast of Greece pulled up a corroded lump from a 2,000-year-old shipwreck and accidentally uncovered what many call the world's first computer. The Antikythera mechanism is a bronze device, packed with over 30 interlocking gears, capable of predicting eclipses, tracking planetary movements, and even marking the Olympic Games. But here's the problem. Nothing this advanced appears in the archaeological record for another 2,400 years. How did ancient Greeks, without precision tools or calculus, build something that rivals Renaissance clockwork? This isn't just an oddity. It's a technological enigma that forces us to rethink the timeline of human ingenuity. Now travel to Iraq, where archaeologists in the 1930s unearthed a curious clay jar. Inside, a copper cylinder wrapped around an iron rod. Fill it with vinegar or grape juice, and it produces a small electric current, about 1 volt. Known as the Baghdad battery, it dates back to the Parthian era, 250 BCE, 224 CE. Was it used for electroplating jewelry, medical therapy, or was it purely ceremonial? Skeptics say it's just a storage vessel, but replicas do generate electricity. If true, it means ancient people may have harnessed power centuries before Volta invented the battery in 1800. That's not just surprising. It's a story that challenges the very foundation of technological progress. Then there are the Dropa stones, discovered in 1938 in the remote Bayan Karaula Mountains between China and Tibet. These 7 16-stone discs, each about 9 inches wide, are etched with tiny spiral grooves containing microscopic hieroglyphs. According to a disputed Chinese translation, they tell of a crashed spacecraft and a race of small, large-eyed beings who sought refuge but were hunted by locals. Mainstream science dismisses them as folklore or outright hoaxes. Yet some labs reported the stones contain unusual metals like cobalt and nickel and emit faint electromagnetic signals. Whether myth or evidence, the Dropa stones remain one of archaeology's most controversial mysteries, a whisper from the edge of history that refuses to be silenced. So, what do you believe? Are these just coincidences, rocks shaped by time, stories exaggerated by myth? Or are they fragments of a deeper truth, that human history is far stranger, older, and more interconnected than our textbooks admit? Because here's the thing. Every one of these mysteries we've explored today isn't just a relic. It's an invitation to question, to dig deeper, to look at the world not as it's told, but as it might truly be. And you don't need a PhD or a diving license to join the search. All you need is curiosity. So next time you see a strange pattern in the desert, hear a legend about a sunken city, or stumble upon an artifact that shouldn't exist, don't scroll past. Pause, wonder, research, maybe even share your theory below. Because the greatest discoveries don't always come from experts in labs. They start with someone like you asking, what if? If this journey through ancient enigmas opened your eyes, do me a favor. Smash that subscribe button, hit the bell so you never miss a deep dive, and drop a comment telling me which mystery blew your mind the most. Was it Göbekli Tepe? The Yonaguni Monument? Or maybe the Dropa stones? The past is still speaking. The question is, are we listening?